Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to leave a lasting impression, even after they've gone? What if you could become that person? The one who not only captures her attention but makes her miss you the moment you're apart. Whether you've recently experienced a breakup, are trying to rekindle a lost connection, or simply want to make your partner miss you more, there's a subtle yet powerful art to creating that magnetic presence that will have them begging to experience your company again. It's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. In fact, the real secret to winning her heart back, or even making her long for you more, is grounded in timeless Stoic wisdom. The Stoics, an ancient school of powerful thinkers, believed that true strength doesn't come from chasing external validation or manipulating the situation. Instead, it comes from mastering your inner world and allowing that quiet confidence to shine through. In today's world of distractions, constant communication, and emotional turbulence, this approach has never been more important. In this video, we'll be sharing 5 profound psychological tricks inspired by Stoicism that will help you not only make any woman deeply miss you, but also transform the way you approach all of your relationships. These techniques are rooted in self-mastery and emotional resilience, and they'll give you the tools you need to make her reflect on your absence, desire your presence, and want to come back to you. So, stick with us until the end of this video, and let's explore how to become someone unforgettable, the Stoic way. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more advice on mastering attraction, rebuilding connections, and living with purpose. Number 1. Build an invincible character, the foundation of magnetic attraction. The Stoic philosophers taught that a person's true value lies not in external circumstances, but in the strength and virtue of their character. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This profound statement speaks to a core Stoic principle. The only thing you have full control over is your own character. In the context of relationships, when you build an invincible character, you become someone who is not only admirable, but also unforgettable. This unshakable inner strength becomes a magnetic force that others are naturally drawn to. And in this case, it will make her miss you deeply. An invincible character is a foundation of virtues like integrity, resilience, and emotional control. It's about being the person who acts according to principles, not emotions. The way you respond to life's ups and downs, with grace, patience, and clarity, demonstrates your strength of character. This consistency and self-assuredness are incredibly attractive. Women gravitate toward men who are secure in themselves, who don't easily bend or break under pressure. By becoming a man of solid character, you're offering a rare, almost elusive quality. Someone who doesn't chase after validation but remains grounded regardless of circumstances. As she observes your consistent behavior, your ability to stay calm in stressful situations, your unwavering sense of self, your commitment to your values, she'll begin to feel a deep respect for you. It's not about showing off. It's about being authentically you. This authenticity will make her miss you when you're not around, because she'll realize how rare it is to encounter someone with such emotional strength and reliability. Your character becomes the anchor of your relationships. Women are naturally attracted to men who lead with integrity and resilience because they offer a sense of security and comfort. When you display an invincible character, it signals to her that you are a person who can be trusted, someone who won't falter when the going gets tough. And that sense of trust and security is something she'll miss deeply when you're not present in her life. To build this invincible character, begin daily to align your actions with your values. Whether it's in small decisions or major life choices, always act with honesty and transparency. This will not only boost your self-respect, but also inspire respect from others. When she sees you living by your principles, she'll admire you for it and miss the presence of someone so dependable. Life will throw challenges your way, but how you react matters. Instead of letting setbacks shake you, focus on staying composed and learning from each experience. By displaying emotional resilience, you'll show her that you're someone who can navigate any storm with grace and determination. Continuously seek to improve yourself, whether through learning, fitness, or developing new skills. When you're constantly growing, you're not just becoming a better version of yourself, but you're also creating a magnetic aura of confidence that others can't help but be drawn to. When you focus on cultivating a deep internal sense of self-worth, you become a person who stands out in any situation. For her, you will be the person she admires, the one she misses when you're not there, and the one she trusts to handle life's challenges with grace. This kind of strength makes you unforgettable, and it's something she won't easily find elsewhere. By becoming a person of unshakable character, you set the stage for her to miss you, not just because of who you are, but because of the depth and stability you offer. Number 2, embrace detachment, the power of emotional independence. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the concept of detachment, not to be confused with indifference or lack of care. Epictetus famously said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. By letting go of the need to control how others feel about us, we gain freedom and authenticity, which are incredibly attractive." Detachment in this context means cultivating emotional independence. It's about caring deeply but not being consumed by your attachment to a specific person. You let go of the fear of losing someone, knowing that your happiness is not dependent on their presence. This quiet confidence and emotional resilience are incredibly attractive. Women, especially those with a deep sense of emotional intelligence, are drawn to men who are secure in themselves and don't need constant validation. By practicing detachment, you'll naturally create space for them to miss you. Not because you're absent, but because your emotional stability allows them to see you in a new light. When you embrace detachment, you stop chasing after attention and validation. You become someone who lives his life with purpose, driven by internal values, and not by the desire to seek approval or affection from others. This shift in mindset makes you a more powerful figure in her life. She'll feel drawn to you not because you're desperate for her attention, but because your strength and self-sufficiency make her realize how rare and valuable you are. When you detach emotionally and stop investing everything into her attention, you actually make her realize how much she values your presence. Imagine she hasn't texted you back in a while, and instead of panicking or reaching out again immediately, you let her take the lead. You focus on your day, enjoying activities or pursuing goals, and remain emotionally steady. This behavior shows that you're not desperate for her attention. Over time, she'll start missing the consistency and calm presence you bring and wonder what you're up to. This emotional space will make her long for your connection. Or let's say you're always the one making the plans or adjusting your schedule to fit hers. Instead, start focusing on your own commitments, whether it's work, fitness, or social activities. When you're not constantly available, she'll realize how much she values your time. This sense of emotional space will prompt her to miss you and seek out your presence more actively. When you practice detachment, you change the emotional dynamic of your relationship. Initially, this may feel uncomfortable, but its effect is profound. You stop trying to control or manipulate the relationship. Instead, you let it evolve naturally. The energy you bring into your interactions is grounded and free of desperation. This naturally leads to a shift in how she perceives you. Rather than seeing you as someone she can control or who constantly seeks her approval, she sees you as someone who has his own life, passions and goals, someone who is emotionally independent. When you're not constantly vying for her attention or approval, she'll begin to feel the absence of your presence more acutely. As you embrace detachment, she will subconsciously start to realize that your love, affection, and attention are not a given. It is something earned, something valuable. This awareness will make her miss you more deeply because she'll understand the depth of your emotional independence, which is a rarity. Moreover, this emotional distance creates intrigue. When you're not constantly available or seeking validation, you become a mystery, and mystery is compelling. She'll find herself wondering about you, your thoughts, your life, and your feelings. This natural curiosity will intensify her feelings for you and make her want to be closer to you. The absence of constant attachment only makes your presence more powerful, and over time, she will begin to miss you not just for the time you spent together, but for the emotional space and depth you bring into her life. This shift will make her miss you, not just because you're absent, but because your emotional strength and self-sufficiency make your presence more meaningful. Detachment creates a powerful dynamic where your attention is valued more and the space between you only deepens the emotional connection. The more you embrace detachment, the more she will long for the rare and irresistible person you've become. Number 3. Let silence speak. The profound power of non-contact. In a world where everyone is constantly talking, texting, and sharing their thoughts, there's a rare and often underappreciated power in silence. The Stoics understood the importance of reserve, the art of holding back words when they were unnecessary. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life." This deep insight reminds us that sometimes saying nothing can be more powerful than speaking at all. In the context of relationships, embracing silence and practicing non-contact has a profound impact, making you not only more intriguing, but also more irresistible. By choosing silence and non-contact, you begin to master the art of absence. When you create space in communication, you allow her to reflect on the moments you shared and the energy you brought into her life. Silence isn't about playing games or withdrawing emotionally. It's about asserting your emotional independence and demonstrating that your worth isn't tied to constant interaction. The absence of your presence speaks volumes. It shifts the dynamic of the relationship, making her realize how much she values you and how much she misses your connection. The power of silence lies in its ability to stir emotions and provoke thought. When you're not always available and respond with restraint, you create a sense of longing and anticipation that makes her reflect more deeply on you when you're not around. This silence allows her to experience the void of your absence, making her crave your presence even more. Women, like all people, tend to appreciate what is less accessible and what isn't always at their fingertips. By choosing to let silence speak, you let her feel the gap that your presence once filled. This tactic isn't about manipulation, but about asserting your self-worth and letting her understand that you are not someone who can be taken for granted. The time apart gives her the space to miss you, and the longer the silence is held, the more she begins to appreciate your value. For example, after a difficult conversation, instead of bombarding her with follow-up texts or apologies, Choose to pull back and give her time to process the situation. This pause in communication will make her reflect on the argument or breakup, and she may begin to miss the bond and intimacy you shared. She'll wonder how you're handling it, and the silence will create space for her to desire reconnection. When you're with her, sometimes words aren't necessary. Let moments of silence during conversations allow her to reflect and fill the space with her own thoughts and feelings. Don't feel the need to fill every quiet moment with conversation. This silent, shared space can deepen the emotional connection. And when you're not around, she'll miss the comfort and depth that silence with you brings. Letting silence speak is one of the most powerful techniques you can use to make her miss you. It's not about playing games or being manipulative, but about creating emotional space and asserting your self-respect. By practicing non-contact and reducing constant communication, you give her the opportunity to reflect on the absence of your presence. This silence triggers longing, curiosity, and appreciation. The more you embrace silence in a relationship, the more you invite her to miss you. Not just for the time spent together, but for the emotional depth, clarity, and strength you bring into her life. Through silence, you let your absence speak volumes, and in doing so, you become someone she can't easily forget. Number 4, prioritize purpose over passion. Stoicism's most transformative concepts lie in the art of living a life of purpose, not being swayed by fleeting emotions or external desires. True fulfillment comes from a life driven by purpose, not by transient passions or whims. When you prioritize purpose over passion, you create a life that is focused, intentional, and steady, qualities that are deeply magnetic and compelling to others, especially to a romantic partner. Purpose is the guiding force in your life. It is the why behind your actions, the reason you wake up every day and put in the work. Passion, on the other hand, is often fleeting and driven by external circumstances. By choosing to prioritize purpose over passion, you create a deep sense of direction and inner stability. This is profoundly attractive because it signals that your happiness doesn't hinge on another person or a passing emotion. You have a deeper calling, and you live in alignment with it. This kind of centered, purposeful existence is rare, and it naturally draws others in. When you live for something greater than momentary desires, it becomes clear to her that your life isn't defined by fleeting attraction or emotions. It's anchored in something meaningful and lasting. A woman is far more likely to miss you when she sees that your life is not revolving around her or the relationship itself. Instead, it is anchored in something bigger and more important. She will begin to notice that your time, your energy, and your attention are precious, and they are not easily swayed by fleeting moments or emotional highs. This perspective will make her see you as someone who is grounded, someone who cannot be easily distracted or swayed by the storms of the relationship. It will also make her appreciate your presence more because she will understand that your commitment to your purpose adds value to the relationship itself. You are not simply available because you have nothing else to do. Your time and attention are earned. To practicalize prioritizing your purpose over your passion, you could establish specific, meaningful goals in your personal and professional life. These should be goals that resonate deeply with your values and passions, not ones you are pursuing simply to gain approval or validation. When you show her that you are laser-focused on achieving something important, you communicate to her that your life has a direction, and it's one you are committed to. Let your actions reflect your purpose. If you value health, prioritize regular exercise and self-care. If you value creativity, make time for artistic pursuits, demonstrating that your life is rooted in your values, not the whims of passion or external validation. will make you more grounded and centered. Your actions speak louder than words, and the more consistent you are with living your purpose, the more respect and admiration you'll gain from her. Instead of being reactive to emotional highs and lows in the relationship, remain grounded. Let's say you've been in a relationship where things have felt intense or unpredictable. Instead of constantly reacting to emotional highs or trying to fix everything in the relationship, you decide to focus on your career goals or personal growth. You start waking up early to work on a new project, dedicating time to learning new skills, and pursuing your passions outside of the relationship. As you make progress, you show her that your life is driven by something greater than the relationship itself. She begins to see you as someone with vision, and that's something she will deeply respect and miss when you're not around. You might have found yourself devoting a lot of time and energy to her, to the point where your own needs and ambitions took a back seat. By choosing to prioritize your own life and goals, you create emotional space for yourself. You dedicate time to your hobbies, health, work, and personal growth. As she sees you doing this, she starts to admire your dedication and the clarity with which you approach your life. She will miss you because she realizes that your time and attention are valuable and that they are not to be taken for granted. Prioritizing purpose over passion is a game changer when it comes to attracting and making a woman miss you. By focusing on something larger than momentary desires or emotional drama, you show her that your life is anchored in meaning and direction. Your stability, clarity, and emotional independence become deeply attractive, and this sense of purpose will make her realize how rare and valuable you are. The more you embody purpose, the more she will miss you. Not just for your presence, but for the strength, focus, and deep vision you bring into her life. By living a life of purpose, you create the kind of presence that cannot be easily replaced, and in your absence, she'll feel the void and long for the stability and direction you provide. Number 5. Cultivate inner peace. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. Inner peace is the foundation of Stoicism. It's the calm confidence you exude when you're in control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. In a world filled with noise, drama, and distraction, inner peace is a rare and magnetic quality. It's not just a state of mind. It's a way of being that others can feel when they're around you. And for her, it's something she'll deeply miss when you're gone. Inner peace is the quiet confidence that radiates from within. It's the calm in your voice when everyone else is raising theirs, the steadiness in your actions when others are rushing or panicking, and the patience you show when life doesn't go your way. When you cultivate this level of composure, it profoundly affects how others perceive you. For her, your tranquility becomes a source of comfort and inspiration. She begins to associate you with stability, safety, and a sense of grounding. These are qualities that linger in her mind long after you're apart, making her realize the void your presence fills. But why does this make you so unforgettable? It's because people are naturally drawn to those who can remain centered, especially in challenging situations. Women, in particular, value emotional maturity and resilience. When you embody these traits, you become someone she can rely on, someone who doesn't crumble under pressure or act impulsively. Your inner peace creates a stark contrast to the chaos of modern life, and in your absence, she'll miss that steadying influence you bring. Imagine you and she have a disagreement. Most people would argue, become defensive, or try to win the argument. Instead, you choose to listen calmly, acknowledge her perspective, and respond with empathy. Even if the issue isn't resolved immediately, your maturity leaves a lasting impression. When you're apart, she'll think about how easy it was to talk to you compared to others who might have escalated the conflict. Or let's say, she's busy or hasn't texted back in a while. Instead of spiraling into doubt or sending multiple messages, you stay calm and focus on your own life. You might hit the gym, work on a passion project, or catch up with friends. This response not only shows emotional resilience, but also makes her wonder what you're up to. She'll miss the calm, confident energy you bring and realize she wants to be part of your world. When you cultivate inner peace, the benefits extend far beyond your relationship with her. It changes how you navigate life as a whole. You become less reactive to external events, more focused on what truly matters, and more confident in your decisions. These qualities naturally make you more attractive, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you embody a rare kind of self-assurance. For her, this peace becomes unforgettable. When you're not around, she'll miss the stability you brought into her life. She'll remember how you didn't let small problems rattle you, how you stayed composed during challenges, and how your calmness inspired her to feel more centered herself. This longing isn't something you can force. It's the natural outcome of living a life rooted in Stoic principles. By mastering your emotions, focusing on the present, and becoming a source of calm in a chaotic world, you create a deeply meaningful emotional bond. Inner peace isn't just about making her miss you. It's about becoming someone worth missing. And that's a power few can resist. Cultivating inner peace doesn't just benefit you. It transforms the way others experience you. It makes you magnetic, because you're not desperate for validation or swayed by external chaos. Instead, you're a steady presence in her life, a person she can trust and admire. When you carry this calm confidence into every interaction, she'll begin to miss not just your presence, but the peace you bring into her world. That longing is powerful, and it's rooted in your ability to master yourself. And there you have it. The 5 profound Stoic-inspired psychological tricks that will not only make any woman miss you, but will transform your relationships and elevate your life as a whole. By embracing self-control, building an invincible character, practicing detachment, letting silence speak, and prioritizing purpose over passion, you're not just playing a game. You're embodying timeless principles that lead to genuine attraction, respect, and emotional depth. These techniques aren't about manipulation or empty tactics. They're about mastering yourself and creating a life so fulfilling and grounded that it naturally draws others to you. Remember, it's not about chasing after validation or trying to force someone to miss you. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Someone who radiates strength, purpose, and emotional depth. When you embody these Stoic principles, the right people will be drawn to you, and the relationships you have will grow deeper and more meaningful. If you found value in this video and are ready to start transforming your relationships, I encourage you to hit that like button and share this with anyone you think could benefit from this wisdom. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more empowering content like this. Thank you for watching, and remember, true strength lies in mastering your inner world. Stay grounded, stay purposeful, and let your presence speak volumes. See you in the next video.